everyone. I am Nicholle from Mayflower Estate Buyers, and Lori from the Baltimore Museum of Industry is also here.
Hi, everyone.
If you all remember, about a week and a half ago, we did part one of the benefit that we're doing for the Baltimore Museum of Industry, which is Mayflower Estate Buyers is buying unloved and unused jewelry from all of the members of the BMI, and we're donating a portion of it back to the Baltimore Museum of Industry as a fundraiser during COVID. So we're trying to be very COVID safe about everything. So we started this on Zoom about a week and a half ago, where Lori showed me all of the pictures. She showed me all of her jewelry by literally holding it up to the camera on her phone or computer. And I sent her a shipping label that she then sent me the pieces that I said yes to. And so this is going to be part two, where I actually open up the package and I pull out everything and I give her actual prices for the pieces and what I'm willing to buy them for and how this process actually works. So it's going to be kind of like an Antiques Roadshow.
This is the exciting part for me, personally, the very exciting part. And if I can comment on part one, it was really interesting for me to go through this process and experience what the members would be experiencing. You know, one, trying to get a setup where I tried to use the camera on my computer and it was really blurry. So the phone worked the best, but I'm not comfortable really with the apps on the phone. So just working through that. And then you offered to send me the label to mail my stuff in. And I know you told me it was secured, insured, but there was still that moment. And I'm like, there's a lot of money in this little envelope, but it got there just fine. 1 day shipping, nothing to be worried about. I trust you.
Nope.
And I'm very excited to hear what things are worth or not worth, as it might be, just like the Antique Roadshow.
Sure. So I have your package in front of me. So Lori, all you did was you put it in just like a padded envelope. And before she shipped it to me, I said, it's really important to make sure that nothing rattles around, so that, you like put it in like little plastic baggies and then like wrap rubber bands around it so that it's not rattling. Because the first thing that people want to do is shake a box and try to guess what's in it when they pick something up. So we want something that doesn't rattle when it gets to me. So it got to me just fine, and I am literally gonna cut the top off and open it up as we speak. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just pull out the contents and make sure that what you sent me is actually still in the box, or in the padded envelope rather. Everything is wrapped up so nicely. You got like colored tissue in here. It's like, it's like me opening a Christmas package. All right, so this looks like a package of some silver jewelry. I have what looks like a silver chain. I have a silver ring with a purple stone in it. I have, the big wonderful earrings that have the purple stones. That's the second one.
I had a moment while I was packing all of that up after showing it to you and saying, this is really great jewelry. I'm not sure if I really want to give this away, but wait, I'm never going to wear it again. I can't wear this stuff. So I had that moment of separation anxiety when I actually put it on the envelope. But, I knew you said you can always take it back. You're not required to buy. So if I still love it over there, then I have a chance to get it back again. But, after a day or two passed, I was very happy that I had sent it. And the idea of someone else wearing it and enjoying it is really nice for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, what I really love to be able to do is my whole philosophy about jewelry. So once you've been dealing with jewelry for about 20 years, you kind of act like they're little children. And every piece that you get is like, oh, it's so pretty, and I want to make this, like, instead of being an orphan, I want to give it a good home and have somebody love it and care for it. And it sounds weird, but that's just my philosophy. So the best thing that I can try to do is just put it into the hands of somebody else who's going to enjoy it again. Because that's why we bought it in the first place, because it made us feel good and we enjoyed it. So I wanted to have enjoyment again. That's what its whole life is all about. It's like the stuff gets a life of its own all of a sudden. So, and then that's the last piece in here. So this is all really pretty jewelry. The only thing is the silver chain is probably just going to be the weight of the silver. So now I'm going to open up the other packet and see what's in here.
The part of me is like, the gold made it there, right? The gold, yeah, okay, good. Gold made it there.
And again, it's just like a little Christmas card, or it's a Christmas package. It's so cute. It's like me getting a gift. All right, I have a bangle bracelet. I have a ring with a green stone, and I remember you said that you weren't even sure if that was an emerald, so I have to put this aside so I can test it for you, so you can see if it is or isn't. These really pretty, hoops. That looks like somebody made these. Now they have like little snakes on the corners, which is kind of a cool like little detail. This came from the Ren Fest, right?
Yes, it did.
And you've got like a little stud that you either put it on or it just kind of did its own thing while it was in the package. Because the other one is loose. I've got a gold, silver, or I got a regular gold Figaro length bracelet. Another ring. Is emerald your birthstone? Did you say that?
No, I just like emeralds.
Oh, okay.
Amethyst is. So the silver and amethyst jewelry
Oh,
is.
right. We did talk about that because we're just a couple days apart for our birthdays. And I have this, which I don't know what it is. I might have to actually test this. So let me see if there's a mark on it real quick. All right, this one's marked 14 karat white gold. So this is white gold. All right, cool. So everything has been separated into silver and gold.
Did you get the emerald earrings?
Yes, okay. I have these little ones.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like one was attached to the hoop.
Okay.
So it probably just did that in the package.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of walk through some things. And I'm going to kind of look at things while I'm talking so that you kind of know my thought process. So what I want to do is I want to kind of break things down into things that are going to be recycled and things that I'm going to want to try to sell so that somebody else can enjoy it and love it. And I can give you more money for it because I can get more money for it when I eventually sell it. So a lot of that has to do with the market fluctuations and what's popular right now and what isn't popular right now. So something like this is just not popular right now. And it's a really pretty piece, and I like that it's a combination of white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold all together. It is stamped that it's 10 karat gold, so there's actually less gold in this than in 14 karat. So there's about less than 42% of this is actually gold, and 60% of it or so is actually just like nickel and zinc and copper and other things that aren't gold that have to get separated out when I send it to the refinery. So this is something that I'm probably I'm just going to send to the refinery. So this is going to go into the pile that just gets recycled, the recycle pile. This is another one of those things that I'm just going to put into the recycle pile because it's not something that is popular right now. It was popular and everybody wanted it, but now it's just not that popular anymore. And this looks like it's missing the end, and there was like a little jump ring that got put on the end of this where there would have been a little tab end that told me what the actual gold content was. So I'm gonna have to test this. And do you want to watch the testing process?
Of course, I would love to.
Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do what's called a scratch test. So I'm just going to take this little bracelet and scratch a tiny bit of make a little mark with the gold onto this little touchstone. So there's one there and one there. Then what I'm going to do is I have acid that separates out whether something is 10 karat gold, 14 karat gold, or 18 karat gold. So the acid is going to tell me what the purity content of this gold actually is. And I'm going to start with 14 karat, and if the mark actually stays present, then it's 14 karat gold. If the mark dissolves, it is not 14 karat gold. And then I'm going to start testing to the lower acid, which is the 10 karat acid. So I'm going to start with 14 karat. All right, so it looks like the 14 karat gold is, let me see if I can flip my phone around and actually show you. Can't seem to flip my phone around. So, I don't know if I can do this without having the acid actually pour off.
Well, I was interested in seeing the process, but I trust you.
So that was interesting that I can't flip my phone around. So it's at least 14 karat gold because the 14 karat gold is holding, the mark is actually staying there. So I'm going to go one up to 18 karat gold because there's more gold in 18 karat gold than 14 karat gold. So I want to see where this mark dissolves because that's telling me that it's not that purity, it's the one under it. So now I'm going to go one higher and see if it's 18 karat gold. Okay, well, that just disappeared totally and instantly. So it's not 18 karat, it is 14 karat. So this is going to go into my 14 karat recycle pile. All right, so you're getting all of my secrets today. So let me see if I can angle this in such a way that I can show you the testing process for your emerald ring. And this is going to be interesting.
I have always been curious about this, how things were tested, how they were valued.
Well, you're getting the inside scoop today. Let's see. Actually see that. Okay, so this is measuring the refractive index, how light goes through a gemstone. And each gemstone, light goes through it in a very different way so that it actually can be measured and so that I know what these particular things are by the way the light goes through it and how it's measured. So I'm just going to check the stone real quick with my loupe and make sure it's clean enough to do it. And it is. All right. Yep, 158. Perfect. It's exactly emerald. All right, so we know what the stone is. Now we're going to check and see what the gold is. Okay, so this is 18 karat gold. So I have a 10 karat pile, an 18 karat pile, and a 14 karat pile so far. And I have this other ring that is 14 karat. And the stone is really scratched. The whole top of it is really just kind of scratched and abraded. So for me, it doesn't matter what the stone is because I can't resell it because it's scratched. So now I have to put a new stone in the center. So when I buy this, this is going to be basically like me thinking about how do I recycle the gold, because the stone isn't reusable. It's not really reusable as a ring because the stone itself is damaged and scratched. But it's 14 karat gold, so I'm going to put it into the 14 karat gold pile. I really like these little earrings, the hoop earrings that have the little like swirl. It almost looks like a little, kind of like a little snake curling its tail on the end of it, which I don't know, kind of like Cleopatra-ish. I kind of like that. I think it's kind of cool. But I don't know if these are 14 karat or 10 karat, so I'm going to have to test these again. I'm just going to do that real quick. Okay, so the 18 karat mark dissolved instantly and the 14 karat mark remained. So this is 14 karat. And I have the white gold single earring that's 14 karat. So it doesn't matter if it's white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, green gold, chocolate gold, whatever. It's all the same purity. So it can still go into the same purity pile, which is the 14 karat pile that I send to the refinery. I am not going to send the earrings to the refinery because I want to try to resell those because I think that they're interesting and pretty. And I want to be able to give you more money for it so we can give the museum more money. And now I have your emerald earrings that I'm going to take a look at. And I can see from the inclusions that these are emeralds. However, and this you might want back. I'm not going to be able to resell these. There's actually a fissure that goes right across the top of one of the emeralds, and there's a chip in it. You can literally run your fingernail across the top of it, and your fingernail will get stuck in that little, in the little chip. So I can't really resell these because the emerald is chipped. And it probably just happened because, you know, maybe they just, you know, got caught on your sweater and pulled off your sweater when you pulled it off and, you know, dropped it on the floor, you know, something like that. When it dropped, maybe it cracked. So these are something that I would probably just recycle just for the gold value of it, unless you want to have these back so that you can rewear them, because you can still rewear them without anyone knowing that they're chipped. So what would you like to do? Would you like me to recycle these, or would you like me to send these back for you?
You can send those back.
Okay. All right.
They were a little bit of a novelty because they came from the mine in Colombia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, these are cool. Yeah, I'm sorry that the one is chipped, and I will try to take a close-up of it, a close-up picture of it, and send it to you in an email so you can actually see where I'm talking about. Okay, but you're going to want to. What?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sure. You're going to want to be careful with these because that fissure that runs along the top of it, if that is hit in just the right spot, the whole thing can crack in half. So you kind of want to be careful with these. I like your silver jewelry. I think it's really pretty. So I'm going to start in on that now. And I really like these really like these big earrings. They're so fun. And I also really like this pendant. I think that's really beautiful. So yeah, so I really like it. So I'm going to try to give you more money for all of this. Silver doesn't sell for as much as gold does. So, you know, I can't give you like $1 million for it. I wish I could, but I'm going to give you as much as I can, because it's worth trying to preserve this and then have somebody else who loves it. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm just going to start calculating the gold weight. And I'm just going to start writing everything down so that I can kind of have, you know, a running total of things.
I have been wanting to go through my jewelry for so long and get to this. I'm so glad to have finally gotten to it.
Good.
It's worth it just to have it done.
Yes. And it's also worth just to kind of know. I mean, a lot of people inherit things from their family members and they're not even sure if it's gold or not gold, if it's costume jewelry. So just knowing what it is, like, takes a load off of people's minds a lot of times. And yeah, just like you said, being able to just, you know, get the stuff out of the jewelry box and convert it into cash that you can actually use for something else is a great idea, especially right now. It's a really pretty emerald. It's nice and clean. There aren't a whole lot of inclusions. There are no scratches on it. There are no fissures in it. So I can resell this as a whole ring, which is really good. Did this come from the mine also?
It did.
Cool. That's awesome.
The cards, there's a card, it came in the package actually.
Yes, I have the card. Thank you. So there's actually a really interesting thing, and this is a nerdy gemologist thing, but I'm going to share it with you because I am a nerdy gemologist. Colombian emeralds have a very specific kind of inclusion, and they're like mountain peaks, or like sometimes they look like lightning bolts, which is really kind of cool. So the first thing that I do after we get off the phone is I'm going to put this under the microscope and I'm going to look for that inclusion. But this is a really, really pretty ring. It's a really nice emerald. This may be something that I have to set aside, but I'm going to try to do that while I have you on the phone.
That ring's in such good condition because I was never able to wear it.
Oh,
It's too small for me.
that makes me sad. Why didn't you just ever size it?
I just didn't.
Okay.
I wore the earrings a lot, and I wore that other ring with the damaged emerald. I wore that a great deal. And I used to knock it on things a lot. So it does not surprise me that it's a little beat up.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it happens. Well, I'm going to give you like a total at the end, but I have to tell you, I'm surprised by the little amount of gold that you have and how much money it's actually coming to.
That's good to hear.
All right, and let me just take a quick look at your silver jewelry so I can come up with some kind of price for this. Make sure that the stones are actually in good condition. All right, there's a tiny little chip on the amethyst ring. All right, so let's just see what the silver weight comes to. Okay. I have a grand total. Thank you for bearing with me while I just sat here and did calculations.
I'm enjoying this, actually. It's very interesting.
I know it's, I'm sorry, I should have actually talked while I was doing it, but I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. I can't walk and think at the same time.
Yeah, I figured I'd let you concentrate on getting the numbers right. So I was remaining quiet also.
Well, thank you. So you have a little bit over $1,000 here. Is that surprising?
It's extremely surprising. I won't tell you what number I had in mind, but I'll tell you that wasn't it. Wow.
Was it higher or lower?
That's a lot higher than I was expecting.
Oh, good.
And that's even with the damaged emeralds, even with
Yep.
the damaged emeralds. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Yeah. And 10% of that goes to the BMI, and I have the opportunity to donate something else to the BMI as well, right?
You absolutely can. And I can either do that by the portion of the check that I pay the BMI, or I can send you the full amount that I owe you after I, take out the portion that I am going to send the BMI. And I'm sorry, actually, I don't take out the portion from you. I take out the portion from me. So I can retain your portion that you want to donate and send it all in as one check at the end when I give the BMI one check. Or I can give you all of the money that I was going to give you, and you can donate it yourself to the BMI if you want to take it off on your taxes.
I think I'll take it off of my taxes. That sounds great.
Awesome. Okay. A lot of people don't know that you can do that, so I just wanted to mention it just for everybody that's listening. That is tax deductible, everybody. So when you donate money to charities, you can usually write that off on your taxes, but talk to your accountant. So I have $1,013 that I am sending you. So
wow.
It's like, hey, can we have a party after this now?
Wow. Wow. Really?
Yes.
I guess, so gold is doing really well right now, or?
Gold is crazy right now. So gold is over $1,800 an ounce. And as opposed to silver, which is $24 an ounce. So there's like, 15 times as much in gold value as there is in silver value. So I was able to give you more money in silver just because I'm hoping to resell a lot of the silver. But just in recycling the gold, I mean, that the bulk of your money was just in recycling gold, just because gold is so expensive right now.
And that seems like barely any gold at all that I sent you. So.
I know, and that's why I said even I was surprised by the little bit of gold that was here and how much money you're getting out of it.
Well, I think I'll take a moment to encourage people, if they want to spend time over the Thanksgiving holiday going through their jewelry boxes, now would be a great time to sell some gold.
Absolutely.
I would never have thought that $1,000 would have come out of that.
Yep.
So.
I know. It's amazing. The amount of money that I've been paying people is even astonishing to me sometimes. It all adds up. And that's what I've been saying. Like, take out all of the earrings where you lost the mate to, take out all of those chains that are tangled up or broken, all of those, baby rings that you inherited from like great Aunt Betsy. Get all of that stuff out of your jewelry box because it all adds up a lot.
Wow.
Well, Lori, I'm very glad that you're happy with that, and I'm very happy that I can donate to the BMI and especially do my little part and help in this way.
All right.
So
well, thank you so much. Thank you, Nicholle.
Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do this. I appreciate it.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed our little version of the Antique Roadshow.
I hope so too. It was fun for me. All right. So, Claire, do you want to jump back on right now?